Hello. Hi, friends. My name is Amanda Garcia, and live streaming a really slow, relaxing, gentle yoga class. I have 2 blocks that I'll be using. So if you're joining me, get your 2 blocks ready. If you don't have blocks, I'll offer some options without blocks. And if you are joining me live, go ahead and let me know in the comments, just so I know that I'm not alone out here. Know who is out there. All right, well, when you guys are ready, get your yoga mat ready. If you want to play some soft music in the background, you can play some soft music. I won't have any music going on. So just get your environment ready. We're going to start on the yoga mat. Come all the way down to your back whenever you're ready. We'll start in a reclined position. Lay your head down on the ground. Bring both of your hands onto your belly. Get really comfortable. And once you're there, close your eyes. Just take some time to settle in. Settle into your body. And settle into your breath. And while you're here, you can use this time to set an intention for your yoga practice. If there's something that you'd like to focus on, if there's something you'd like to invite into your life, choose it now. And repeat it to yourself in your mind, whatever it is. Take a slow inhale breath. A complete exhale breath. Continue to focus on your intention. On your next inhale, fill up your lungs. Take a big breath in. Then open your mouth and exhale. Again, inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, cleansing breath out. One more time, your biggest breath, as big as you possibly can. Open mouth, sigh it out. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Bring a gentle constriction in the back of your throat to build up some heat. Make an audible oceanic sound with your breath. This is your Ujjayi breath. Keep it with you for the remainder of the practice. When you're ready to start moving, hug both of your knees in towards your chest. And gently sway side to side. Massage your back. Back through center. Keep hugging your right knee. Extend your left leg long so that it's floating 1 inch above the ground. Inhale to hug your right knee really close. Exhale, bring both knees back in through center. Other side, hug your left knee, extend your right leg long, float it above the mat. Exhale, bring both knees back in. Inhale, extend your left leg, hold it there. This time, reach your right arm overhead. Opposite limbs reaching out in direction. Breathe in. Exhale, bring both knees back in through center. In your left knee, extend your right leg, hold it there. Reach your left arm overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, extend your left leg, reach your right arm. Exhale, center. Inhale, hug your left, extend your right leg, lift your left arm. Exhale, back through center. Continue to flow as you breathe. Stay on the ground and keep your gaze straight up towards the ceiling. Nice job, you guys. Keep it up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Start to wake up your core. And back through center. Then bring your hands behind your knees. Rock yourself forward and back until you come all the way up into a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. You can stay seated on the ground, or you can sit on one of your blocks, or you can sit on a pillow or a bolster, whatever is comfortable. Really root down through your sitting bones and lengthen your spine. So even though you're just sitting, make it really purposeful. Activate your core to keep that length in your back. And take a big inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Pause right there. Take a moment to reconnect with your intention. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, lower your right hand down to the ground. Reach your left arm over to the right. Feel that side body stretch along the side of your ribs, and notice your right shoulder. If it's coming up by your ear, relax it down. Option to your inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, come back up, lift both of your arms overhead. Exhale, lower your left arm down, reach your right arm over to the side. Take your time to settle into this lateral flexion in your spine. Relax your left shoulder down. Option to come down to your forearm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back up through center. Lift both of your arms up. Exhale, take a twist. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee. Inhale, lengthen your back up. Exhale, deepen the twist. Look past your right shoulder. Inhale, unwind back through center. Lift your arms. Exhale, twist in the other direction. Inhale, get longer through your back. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, unwind, come back through center, lift your arms up. Exhale, float your fingertips to the ground in front of you and shift forward into tabletop. Come up to hands and knees. Stack your hands under your shoulders, stack your knees under your hips. Inhale, dip your belly down, lift your tailbone up, lift your chin up, cow pose. Inhale, tuck your chin in towards your chest, round your spine, cat pose. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Continue to flow with your breath. Cat, cow. Keep it up. You know how to flow through cat, cow. As you're flowing, you can explore some side-to-side movements. Just find what feels good in your back. Make it intuitive. Make it unique to your body. And take 2 more rounds. And then back to neutral. Keep your hands stacked under your shoulders Inhale, extend your right heel straight. You keep your toes pointing down towards the ground. I'm just demonstrating from different angles, but you can stay aligned with your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, tap your right toes to the left side of the mat. Look past your left shoulder. Look towards your foot. Inhale back through center. Extend your right leg long behind you. Exhale, tap it over to the left. Look towards your foot. Once more with your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back through center. Keep your right leg long. This time reach your left arm forward. Stay really strong through your core. Continue to press the ground away with your right hand. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Bring your elbow in towards your knee. Round through your spine. Inhale, open up. Reach in opposite direction. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, extend, reach it out. Exhale, release, tabletop. Other side, extend your left heel straight back. Keep it in line with your hip. Try not to lift it high, and make sure your toes are pointing down. Breathe in. Exhale, tap it to the right side of your mat. Look past your right shoulder. Inhale through center, extend your leg long. Exhale, tap it over, side body stretch. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, tap it to the right. Inhale, come back through center, extend your left leg, hold it there, and then reach your right arm forward. Notice if you're sinking in your low back, stay really strong through your core, reach out, inhale. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, open up, extend. Exhale, contract through your core. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, release to tabletop. Nice work, everyone. From tabletop, spread your fingers really wide on the ground. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look towards your feet and start to pedal out your heels. Alternate bending your knees. Press your head between your arms, so much so that you can't even see your biceps in your peripheral. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower both of your heels down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend both of your knees in your hands. Exhale, step all the way up to the top of your mat. Using blocks, you can use blocks in your forward fold, Uttanasana. Keep a soft bend in your knees and let your head hang heavy. Reach for your elbows or your biceps and sway side to side, ragdoll pose. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let go of any tension that you're holding on to in your neck and your shoulders. And breathe out. Come back through center, release your hands to the ground or to your blocks. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, and slowly start to roll off all the way up to standing so that your head is the last thing that lifts up. Once you come up to the top, shrug your shoulders back, big circles back. And then inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And to reconnect with your intention. and reconnect with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, circle your arms up over your head. Exhale, reach your arms in front of you, shoulder height, and then sit your hips back in space, like you're sitting in a tiny little chair behind you, Utkatasana. Stay heavy in your heels. Stay light on your toes. You can start by lifting all 10 toes off the ground, but then glue them back down for stability. Inhale, come all the way up, lift your arms, lift your heels, come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, sit your hips back, Utkatasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, sit your hips back. 2 more cycles of breath. Move as you breathe. One more, inhale. Exhale, chair pose, hold it at the bottom, stay low. This time, fly both of your arms, reach all 10 fingers behind you, interlace your hands behind your back, and extend your arms. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward, lower your forehead down towards your shins, and lift your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Look at the space between your knees. Feel that expansion in your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale, start to sit your hips back into your chair. Relax your grip, sweep your arms forward and come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Awesome work, everyone. From here, really ground down through your left foot and lift your right knee in line with your right hip. If you have blocks, you can set your foot on a block just for some extra support. Or if you prefer to stay active in your hip flexor, then keep it in line with your hip. Really root down through your left foot. Imagine you're growing roots deep down into the ground. Use that energy to stand really tall. Inhale, breath. Exhale, slowly start to hinge your right toes all the way to the ground behind you. Bend your left knee and make sure it's just the ball mound of your foot that's on the ground behind you. So your back heel is lifted. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. And then inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. High crescent lunge. Breathe in. Find your balance. Exhale and slowly bend your back knee until you bring your knee down to the ground. Start to scoot your left foot forward on the mat and press your hips forward. Anjaneyasana, look up towards the ceiling. Find a gentle back bend. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach your arms in front of you, shoulder height, and then sweep your left fingers back for a twist. Look back towards your back hand. You feel that gentle rotation in your... Inhale, sweep your left arm up over your head. Exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus and look up towards the ceiling. Lift your sternum. Feel that opening in the front of your body. Inhale, back through center, lift your arms overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, sweep your fingertips down towards the ground, or if you have blocks, you can bring your hands on your blocks and start to extend your left leg. You can shift around here, shift forward, shift back. Ease into the stretch. And once you find a spot where you feel that stretching sensation, hold it there. Lift your left toes off the ground so that the stretch travels up your plantar fascia, into your Achilles, into your calf. See if you can extend your spine a little bit more, like you're reaching your heart space forward. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands or your Forward, bend your left knee. Tuck your back toes behind you, lift your back knee off the ground, soften your knee, and step up to the top of your mat, fold forward. Inhale, slide your hands to your shins, halfway lift, lengthen your back like a tabletop. Exhale, forward fold, bring your hands back down to the ground or to your blocks. And slowly start to roll yourself all the way up. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, rise back up to standing. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, sit your hips back in space, chair pose. Inhale, rise up, lift your arms, lift your heels, come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, sit your hips back, chair pose. One more, breathe in. Exhale, sit back and hold it there. Fly your arms back, chair plane. Inhale, come all the way up, chair pose, or mountain pose rather, Tadasana. Hands together in front of your heart. Nice work. Let's try that on the other side. Lift your left knee in line with your left hip. Option to prop yourself up on a block. Really root down through your right foot. Create that stability, that balance with all the muscles in your standing leg. Tune into your breathing. And keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Breathe in. Exhale. Slowly send your left toes all the way back to the ground. Keep your back heel lifted, high crescent lunge. Sweep your arms over your head. You can set up your stance so that you feel really stable. And soften your back knee all the way down to the ground. Scoot your right foot forward on the mat. Press your hips forward. Lift your chest, lift your sternum. Anjaneyasana. Get that gentle back bend in your spine. Inhale. Exhale, reach your arms in front of you, shoulder height, and then sweep your right hand back for a twist. Feel that gentle rotation travel up your spinal column. Inhale back through center. Lift your arms. Exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus. Look up towards the ceiling. Open up through your collarbone. Inhale, lift your arms back up. Exhale, sweep your hands down towards the ground or towards your blocks and extend your right leg. You can make some adjustments here, wiggle around. Get to know how your body's feeling today, how your hips are feeling today. Might be different from your hips yesterday. Once you find a spot that feels really supportive for you, lift your right toes. Extend your spine a little bit more, like you're reaching your chest forward. Notice where you feel the most sensation in your body. And really tune into that. Send your breath to those areas. Inhale. Exhale. Start to walk your blocks or your hands forward. Bend your right knee. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee off the ground. Soften that knee and step up to the top of the mat. Forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins or your blocks. Lengthen your back. Exhale, forward fold. And slowly tuck your chin, bend your knees, start to roll all the way back up to standing. Shrug your shoulders back, big circles. Then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Turn your right toes over to the right. Slide your right heel up to your left ankle, or you can bring it to your left calf, or all the way up to your inner thigh. You can place it anywhere on your left leg except by your knee. Avoid placing that side lateral pressure on your knee joint. Once you have your foot placement, start to grow your branches with your arms. Find a focal point, something in the room that isn't moving. That's your drishti. It will help you with your balance. Continue to firmly press your standing leg into the ground to receive that equal and opposite ground reaction force. Take 2 more steady breaths. And slowly release your leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your chest. Turn your left toes to the left this time. Slide your heel up to your ankle or your calf or your thigh, anywhere but your knee. So even if your toes are on the ground like a kickstand, that is still chair or tree pose rather, Vrksasana. Ooh, find your balance. Create that stability. It's okay if you get wobbly in your standing leg. That just means all your little muscles are working hard. Grow your branches once you have your foot placement. Find your focal point. And settle into your breath. Keep your breath flowing effortlessly. Take 2 more complete rounds of breath. And then slowly release your arms, release your leg, and shake it out. You can take this time to grab a sip of water, towel off. We're about halfway through. Thanks you guys so much for joining me today. And once you're toweled off any sweat, in case you got a little sweaty there, rehydrated, come back up to the top of your mat. And roll your shoulders back. So even though you're just standing, make it really intentional, really purposeful in your stance. You can supine your palms, face them forward. Stand really proud. Inhale, lift your right knee again in line with your right hip. And then exhale, sweep it all the way back, toes to the ground, and then pivot over so that you're completely facing the right side of your mat. Bring your heels slightly turned in and your toes slightly turned out. Get your stance nice and wide, wider than your shoulders. Inhale, lift your arms up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, open up your arms, bend your knees for goddess squat. Your first time here, you can make some adjustments with your feet so that you feel really stable. And evenly distribute your weight between your 2 feet. Inhale, rise back up, 5-pointed star pose, extend your legs. Exhale, open for goddess. Start to flow with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Use your whole breath to flow. You don't have to synchronize with me or with anyone else. It's just you and your breath. Breathe in to rise up. Breathe out for goddess. Every time you get down into your goddess, feel your inner thighs activate. Your hip adductors. Take 2 more complete rounds of breath. Feel the sensations in your quads. On your neck, hold it at the bottom. Get low into your goddess and stay right there. While you're there, notice if your tailbone is sticking out behind you, tuck it under and really activate through your core. Get a little bit deeper. While you're there, activate your pelvic floor like you're sucking everything up and in towards your navel. You here. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back up, lift your arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips and turn your toes forward. So now all 10 toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, slide your hands down your legs, nice and slow. If you have, you can use a block. You can reach down towards the heels or bring your hands to the ground or support yourself with your block. Take this time to stretch your inner thighs, those muscles that we just activated. And see if you can bring your head below your heart. Invite the freshly oxygenated blood straight into your brain. You can tuck your chin in towards your chest. Just breathe into this wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Take one more big round of breath. When you're ready to come out of your wide-legged forward fold, bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen your back and continue to lengthen as you rise all the way back up. Good job. Now turn your left toes to the front of the mat. Soften both of your knees and step back up to the top and shake it out. Find your mountain pose, supinate your palms, open up through your collarbones. Stand with purpose, with intention. And inhale, lift your left knee. And exhale, step it all the way back to the back of the mat and then pivot your feet to face the left. Bring your heels in, your toes out. Inhale, lift your arm, 5-pointed star. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart this time and start to sit your hips back into your left hip, into your left knee. Notice where your knee is. Don't let it get in front of your toes. Really send your hips back in space, side lunge. Inhale back through center. Exhale, sit back into your right hip. Take your time to get low. Check out how it feels. Notice where your knee is. Keep it back. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, sit to the left. Skandasana, inhale through center. Exhale, sit back into the right. Even if you're just hinging a little, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, alternate sides. One more time on each side. Inhale through center. Exhale, sit back to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, sit back to the right. Inhale, back through center. This time, lift your arms, 5-pointed star. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Keep all 10 toes pointing to the left side of the mat. And then slide your hands down your legs once again. You can bring them down towards your ankles. Or if you have a block, you can support yourself on your block. Tuck your chin. You can widen your stance a little bit more if you want to get deeper into that inner thigh stretch. When you're ready, bring your hands to the ground underneath your face or use the block if you have it. This time, bring your right hand to your right hip and look past your right shoulder for a gentle little twist along your spine. And look over towards the right. Inhale. Exhale, lower your right hand back down to the ground or to your block. Other side, bring your left hand to your left hip, peel your left shoulder back. Look to the side of the room or past your shoulder. Gentle rotation in your spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hand back down to the ground or to your block. Really ground down through your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen your spine and continue to lengthen as you rise all the way back up to standing. Good job. Now point your right toes to the front of the mat. Soften both of your knees and step up to the top. Shake it out. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And this time, lift your right knee in line with your right hip. Stay right there. You can stay there if it's challenging for you, or if you want an additional challenge, ankle over your knee, make a figure four shape, and start to sit your hips back in space, like you're sitting in a tiny chair. Standing balancing pigeon. Find your drishti, your focal point. If you want to take it even deeper, you can bring your elbows down onto your bent leg. And find your focus. One more breath. And slowly rise up and release. Shake your legs out. Other side, lift your left knee in line with your left hip. It's up to you. You can stay right there and just focus on your balance. If you want to add that option challenge, cross it over, figure four, and slowly sit your hips back. Standing balancing pigeon, option to bring your elbows down onto your bent leg. Breathe. Let your breath carry you through the posture. One more steady breath. And slowly rise up and release. Shake it out. If you have a block, you can set up a block in front of you. Keep it on its tallest height. We have several options for this next balancing pose. Lift your right knee in line with your hip once again. Option to prop it up on the block for support, or you can keep it lifted. Bring your left hand on your right knee and sweep your right hand back. Look past your right shoulder. If you want to take it deeper, you can slide your left hand down your leg towards the pinky edge of your right leg and extend your right foot forward for extended hand to toe pose. Keep your balance wherever you are. One more breath. If your leg is extended, bend it. Come back through center and release. So good. Shake it out. Other side, lift your left knee in line with your hip. Option to prop it up on the block. When you're ready, take the twist. Right hand to your left knee. Sweep your left hand back. Check out how it feels on this side. If you're eating that challenge, slide your right hand down your leg towards the pinky edge of your foot and extend your left foot forward. Your choice. The competition is just you versus you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly release. back through center, and let it go. Awesome work, you guys. Get ready to come back up to the top of your mat. You can bring your blocks up to the top with you. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of you. Send your hips back. Soften your knees and fold all the way down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, hands on your shins or your blocks. Exhale, forward fold. This time, plant your hands on the ground. Step your feet back for high plank pose. Create a long line with your body, one of your heels. You can stay on the balls of your feet or you can come down to your knees. Really engage through your core. Press the ground away. Hold for 5. Steady breaths for 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower to your knees if you're not already there. Sit your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands forward and lower your forehead down. Balasana, child's pose. And close your eyes. Reconnect with your breath. Take this time to remember your intention that you set at the beginning of practice. And repeat it to yourself in your mind. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise back up, tabletop. Spread your fingers wide on the floor. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press your chest towards your thighs. You can keep a soft bend in your knees. Continue to activate through your upper body and keep your gaze towards your feet. Inhale, bend both of your knees. Look up between your hands. Exhale, step all the way up to the top of the mat. Fold forward. You can use your blocks here. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your right foot all the way back. Lower down to your right knee. And this time, bring both of your blocks to the inside of your left foot. If you don't have blocks, you can reach your hands to the ground just a little bit deeper in your hips. Runner's lunge. See if you can get your hips a little bit lower. Stay on your palms or come all the way down to your elbows. Now that your hips are warm from all that movement, explore your range of motion. Keep your breath flowing steady. Breathe really deep. Take 2 more breaths. If you're on your elbows, press yourself back up to your palms and start to walk your left leg straight out to the left so that it's in line with your hip. And then send your hips back towards your heel. Walk your hands forward, lower your forehead for a one-legged child's pose. Feel a stretch in your inner thigh. You can close your eyes. Take your time to find the depth of your pose. And if it's more comfortable for you to stay lifted, you can stay lifted. If it feels good to get lower, then stay there. And take one more big breath. And then rise back up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. From tabletop, spread your fingers, tuck your toes, lift your hips and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, look up between your palms. Exhale, step all the way up to the top of your mat, forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins or your blocks. Exhale, forward fold. This time, step your left foot all the way back. Lower your knee down to the ground. Bring both of your hands to the inside of your right foot. Shift your right foot off to the side just a little bit. Runner's lunge. If your hips are really high, see if you can come a little bit lower. As long as you're feeling some sensation in your hip joints, then you'll get the benefits of the pose. If you have blocks, you can lower down your forearms. Just explore how it feels in your body. There's not an ideal version of the pose. There's no goal to get to. This is just an opportunity for you to check in with your body and settle into the moment. Make your breath really purposeful. Notice where in your hips you feel the sensations. Where do the sensations originate? Where do they travel to? And take one more really big breath. If you're on your elbows, press yourself up to your palms. Take your hips back. Walk your right leg out to the side. And then sit your hips back towards your back heel. One-legged child's pose. Lower your forehead. Notice if this side feels different from the first side. Different in range of motion or in sensations. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And then inhale, come back up to tabletop. From tabletop, sit your hips off to the side, and then sweep your legs in front of you. Reach your arms forward. Make sure you have enough space behind you on your mat so you can scoot your seat forward. And then slowly start to lower yourself down. As soon as you lean back, feel the tension on your abdomen. Feel your core muscles engage. Use control. It's okay if you start to shake a little bit. First your lower back, then your middle back, then your upper back, then your head, all the way down. Take a moment right there with your head on the same position that we started in. Bring both of your hands to your belly. Inhale to expand your belly. Use your diaphragm. Inhale to empty out your lungs completely. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, empty out. And see how much air you can move through your body. You can close your eyes here and take a look within yourself. Notice any thoughts that enter your mind when you let yourself slow down and become still. When you're ready, cross your right ankle over your left knee, make a figure 4. Bring your right hand onto your right knee and press it away. Feel the external rotation of your femur inside of the socket. And then interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Keep your head on the ground and continue to look straight up to the ceiling so that your neck is neutral. Hug your left knee really close. You can stay there. Lift your left foot up to the ceiling. Extend your leg. If your left foot is lifted, start to point and flex with your left ankle. Rotate your ankle, draw some circles. Spread your toes really wide. Wiggle your toes around. One more breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee and release your foot down. Uncross your right ankle. Other side, cross your left ankle over, make a figure 4. Bring your left hand to your left knee and push it away. Then interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Hug your right knee into your chest. Keep your head on the ground. Make your legs come towards you. When you're ready, option to extend your right leg. Lift your right toes to the ceiling. Start to point and flex. Toes to the ceiling, plantar flexion. Heel to the ceiling, dorsiflexion. Rotate your ankle, draw some circles. Spread your toes, wiggle them around. Notice all the sensations that travel up your shin. One more breath. Then bend your right knee. Let go of your leg. Uncross your ankle. Step your feet as wide as your yoga mat and open your arms out like a T. Start to windshield wiper with your knees. Both knees to the right. Both knees to the left. You can go at your own pace. If you find something that feels really good and you want to stay there longer, you can stay there longer. If it feels good to alternate side to side, honor your body, whatever it's asking you for. And And the next time both of your knees go over to the right, stay there, look over towards your left hand. Then close your eyes in this twist. Completely surrender to the force of gravity. Let your body become heavy like a dead weight. Inhale. Come back through center, look to the ceiling, lift your knees, take your knees over to the left, look over towards your right hand, and close your eyes. Feel the rotation in your hip joint and in your spinal column. Let this pose become completely passive. And just breathe. Gently inhale. Look back to the ceiling, lift your knees through center. And then hug both of your knees into your chest. This time reach for your feet or your shins. If reaching the inner or outer edges of your feet is accessible, then reach for it. Happy baby, start to sway side to side. Massage your lower back while you stretch your inner thighs. You can alternate, extend one leg, then the other. If it feels good to extend both legs, that's an option. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees. Let go of your feet. Hug your knees one last time. Bring your head up towards your knees to squeeze your body into a tiny little ball. Hug everything together. Inhale. Exhale and extend your legs on the mat. Extend your arms. Make any last adjustments, any final movements, and settle into your final relaxation. Sweet Shavasana. Close your eyes. There's nothing to see in this pose. Withdraw from all of your senses and really tune inward. Take this time to observe your thoughts, any memories or emotions that arise within you. Just observe. Relax all the muscles in your face. Relax every muscle in your body. And just breathe. You can stay in your Shavasana for longer. And reawaken, deepen breathing. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rock your head side to side. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead, get a long stretch. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat and roll over to your side for feet position. In the same position that we all begin in. Pause there and just notice how you feel in the moment. And then slowly press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seat. You can sit on a pillow or on your block. Bring your hands on your knees and really root down through your sitting bones. Lengthen your back. And bring your hand in front of your heart. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I bow to you in gratitude. Namaste. Thanks, you guys, for joining me live. This is my first time live on YouTube. So if you have any feedback, thank you, Kosal. If you have feedback, let me know. Let me know about the quality, if the sound is good and the internet and everything. And I do plan to continue to offer live stream classes. I was doing Zoom earlier. But if this works, we might just keep it as YouTube. Good. Awesome, you guys. I will be updating my website, so you could always check in on my website. It's AMG Wellness. Thanks so much, you guys. amgwellness.net. Type it in /schedule. And I usually update it. But if you guys have my contact info, you could all. The only difference is I can't see you, but I know you're there. Well, have a lovely evening, you guys, and feel free to share with friends, invite anyone else. As of right now, I planned my next live stream will be on December 20th, just because I finals next week, biomechanics exam, so that I can incorporate new stuff into the flow. But everything went well. Have a lovely night, you guys. Thank you. Namaste.